Hi, this is Jack. I'm speaking about judging money as enslavement. So, the money system in this world is plain to say fucked up. And that's what many human beings in the world say, of course. I mean, many human beings go, oh my God, look at what the money system is doing. Oh my God, look at what the government is doing with the money. Or, oh my God, look at what the businesses are doing with the money. And it is interesting because it's now all of humanity saying it's the banking system and it's the Federal Reserve Bank and it's the governments and it's the way the money system is set up, and it's because of the past, it's because of how beings in the past set up the entire money system that it has become what it's become now. Now what is interesting is that the last place human beings would look at for the cause of the effect of money is within themselves. The last place human beings would actually consider that maybe the money system is the way it is because I'm allowing it, I'm accepting it, and because I'm judging it. Why and how does that work? Have a look. If you judge money in itself in any way or form separate from you, you're actually judging that manifestation that is separate from you, and in that judgment you're actually giving it power. Because have a look, here you're standing, there's money and you're judging it, you're continuously judging money separate from you. Where you're diverting all your attention, focus and power is to the separate manifestation of the money itself. So what are you then actually supporting in your judgment is that which you're judging. It's quite simple. So if you look at what exactly would you give power to, or give focus to, or attention to if you judge money? Human beings that are poor, that are starving. Because you're judging the entire money system or a separate manifestation that is linked to money itself, separate from you, you're actually manifesting the effects it's having in the world, meaning the people that are poor and the people that are starving. So, what must human beings realize is that we're all individually responsible for the way money moves in this world, the way the effects of money is manifesting in this world, and money itself. Because money in its entirety in this world is seen as separate from self. If you have a look, the way we go about money, we're seeing it as a separate manifestation that is in control of us, that has power over us. And in judging money, we're actually giving it the power it apparently presents itself to have. But who is giving it that power in the first place is human beings. So what are human beings actually judging when they judge money? Themselves. Why? What are you actually judging? Is that realization that you're actually responsible for the way money is manifesting in this world, but you haven't stood up in what you have accepted and allowed and redirected it within yourself. So how do you redirect money within yourself? Firstly, you're going to have to disconnect the relationship you have with money. Because how do relationships manifest? You have a certain relationship with money that is separate from you. In that relationship, polarity equation is manifested. You have a polarity equation of what you accept of money and what you allow of money, and then you have another polarity equation of what you don't accept about money, what you don't allow about money, even in your own world. So, what of those two equations do you accept and allow, or do you not accept and allow? You do accept and allow money when it's, let's say, providing you that which you require, need, want, desire, which make you feel better, which make you feel acceptable and okay in the world, which gives you the ability to survive. What you don't like about money, what you don't accept about money, is according to your definition of where money is supposed to go, your rules of money, your guidelines of money, saving money. Ooh. Did you know that saving money actually is a manifestation of a worry, a concern, and a fear that you won't have money one day, and you're saving it for in case. So what will manifest one day? You won't have any money. And besides that, that fear of requiring to save money is manifesting the human beings that are currently starving, that are poor. Because that exists within you. That relationship with money, saying, I have to save this money because I fear that I won't have anything, won't have money one day, what has to manifest is that fear, because it's got nothing to do with the money. It's got to do with your relationship with the money. And whether it manifests within your own world or even balancing that fear out in other human beings in the other part or pole of the world, it'll happen. Why? Because in this world, we're one and equal. It all depends, of course, on your life and many, many, many equations. Human beings, there's much to consider in your world, not only yourself. Because this world didn't get here just by itself. You know, who participated in this world? Human beings. I mean, when is that going to be realized? You know, when is that door of self going to be opened? In terms of the realization. Maybe the question should be asked, why? Why hasn't it been realized by human beings? What are you so afraid of? Of taking responsibility because apparently it's a burden on your shoulders? To start taking responsibility for yourself and realizing what shit you've allowed and accepted? But how else are we going to change everything? How else are we going to start giving direction to this world? Are we going to continue annihilating those that actually stand up, making a difference? You know, compounding the guilt, the frustration, the judgment, the fear, because we know, you know, how many beings in this world have money and that they actually feel guilty because they do have money, and they see those that don't within themselves if they're really honest with themselves. I'm not talking about the power-hungry mongrels as Anna's elite, please. I'm talking about society. You know, that little inkling of guilt when you do have money, but you don't realize that you're actually able to do something about it, which is taking responsibility for yourself in terms of your relationship with money, and see what polarity equations you have in your relationship with money that are supporting the polarity equation in this world of those that have everything and those that have nothing. Why is there a middle section that exists in this world? It's with the human beings who have that relationship with money, that have the good and the bad, that have everything, that have nothing. You have the poor, you have the middle class, and you have the rich. The middle class is those beings that maintain the middle class, that have that relationship with money, that keeps the polarity equations intact of those that have everything and those that have nothing. That stand on the manifestation that both receiving it. So if everyone just drop their relationship with money in terms of using money as an expression of self, and not it being a control or power over you in terms of defining who you are, can anything of that exist? I mean, to take into consideration. Thanks, this is Jack.